Hey Isabel, we're back again with some more information about the Ultimate Retreat in Bali in June this year. And last time we covered stuff about the five elements, of Chinese
The
medicine.
5 elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
So
I was going to say,
really
there's something you want to ask me about what I want to do.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I want to hear a little bit about the story. So can you tell me?
There's a few ways to look at the story, and I want to talk about one. We'll be working on different components about the story. So there's stories that we have playing around our head day in, day out, and there's stories that tell us that we're not good enough, that somebody else is better, that our business won't succeed, that we listen to other people and we listen to that unconscious voice in the back of our head. And now definitely be working on components of that, because most of what I'll be doing is about being confident in who you are and what you can achieve, and to eliminate that voice that you've got going on. But the story I want to just talk about now is that every one of us has something in our past, in our history, that's made us who we are today. I mean, that just makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? And some of us have quite extreme situations that affect our whole lives, and when we look at something that we may have fear of, it possibly is something to do with something that's happened to us in the past. And instead of, and I don't want to say just getting over the issue or the story, the problem, we don't look for ways to retell the story so it has a positive outcome.
So you're talking about
Sorry, go on.
Reframing. You're talking about reframing.
It is reframing what we're doing and how we're telling the story. So, some people, and I know I, in my book, Being Unstoppable, I say that I've been very fortunate that I haven't had any major significant stories. I mean, I grew up with an alcoholic father, and, the things that they don't, I haven't thought there's to be anything dramatic and significant. And I know you told me a story on the weekend which I'd never heard before about how 16 of your friends were blown up through the IRA activities in England. So that's a story, that people are looking for that big dramatic story, but it doesn't have to be a big dramatic story. It just is what you've got and what you own, but how you reframe it and tell it in a different way. Now, I know with your story is quite dramatic, but to be able to, some people will wallow in that feeling and that sense and tell it from a point of pain, as opposed to telling it from a point of an experience and then how they can shift it in their world. And if you learn how to tell your story well, then you can get paid a lot of money by doing that from a stage somewhere. But you have to reframe it from a negative into a positive story.
Absolutely. So one thing, Janine, I think my dad always used to say is that you wear rose-colored glasses. these are not them. I have them inbuilt, and I believe that you do too. It's really that, yeah, sure, that experience that you had with your father, some people it would hold them back their whole life. Or some people it would just keep on replaying and they'd have financial issues their whole life. So it's not necessarily, what I'm hearing here is not necessarily that we're going to change the situation, but that we go and look at that situation and rewrite how we share it with others.
Absolutely. And a lot of the people that I know that are looking forward to attending want to be able to do that in a public forum as well, and want to be able to do that well from a public forum. So that's what I'm going to be helping people do, is first of all find the story, or find even if it's just small anecdotes. I use small anecdotes all the time, or knowing how to find them just in everyday life and play them out as things that are happening now, but how they affected you possibly in the past and how they can affect you in the future. So we'll work on discovering the stories, and then we're going to work on reframing them, so and creating something that if somebody ask you about it, or, you know, can you tell us, and you've got that opportunity to be in front of audiences, that you can build real connection and build it into a way that it connects with what you do in life as well. So if you're a yoga teacher, then, you know, possibly your story might have been, you know, I'll quickly grab it because I want to keep this short.
Go into my story now.
No, but you might just quickly say that, you know, what it made me realize, I was working as a medic, and there was a whole lot of ways that we can work on the body, and I didn't want to be I wanted to work on the body, but I did not want to be in a situation where there was going to be that drama. So I looked for other alternatives and found yoga was probably the opposite of that, and it's now created the opportunity to bring that calm into my life. So you know how, and that's a really quick version.
Awesome.
But that's what we want to do, and that's what I'll be able to help people do, and get the words right. And it's going to be so much fun. We're going to absolutely love it.
And that, Janine, as a scientist, I know what actually happens then in the brain. It rewires our neural pathways. So, yeah, all right. Cool.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's going to be great. You know, the retreat and the village we're staying in. Tell me again about what's the name of the village that we're staying? I always get this wrong, and I wish.
Yeah, we're staying on the coastline, the east coast of Bali. Yeah, it's near Jasari, near Chandidasa. And it's called Shanti Agung. So it's just beautiful. Yeah, there will be chooks, and there will be men climbing the coconut trees to bring us our coconut.
Well, that's what we have put in every morning. Instead of a tea break, we've got a coconut break. So that will be a heap of fun. Yeah. Just want to make sure that we bring in true Bali into this retreat and really immerse ourselves into it and get some real value. This has been great again, and we've got a few more of these little sessions coming up, and I hope that everyone's getting a little bit of learning from the sessions as well as creating a bit of intrigue into what's going to happen at retreat, and because we would just love you there. But a few spaces to fill, not a lot, which has been fantastic, but there's a few spaces, and we just want to invite women on who can. We're being picky. People actually have to apply to attend as well.
Absolutely.
We want the right fit. We want people that are, and I used the word today in some marketing, that are gracious, and I think that's a great word with the attendance.
Say that again, Janine.
Gracious. It has a whole.
Oh yes, I love that word, gracious.
Yeah. So please, there'll be a link with this video. If not, just go to JanineVosper.com and you'll see heaps of links onto the to booking, or not even just to book, just find out a little bit more about the retreat. We look forward to seeing you there.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye.